pull over, not in a moment. Now, if you are currently driving and your GPS has directed you onto a road you do not remember choosing, pull over. Do not look at the screen. Do not ask the device to recalculate. Do not speak to anyone in the passenger seat until you have confirmed with your own hands that they are breathing. This is an emergency broadcast issued by the Office of Anomaly Safety, Subdivision 7, Civilian Navigation Interference, Classification Level, Amber Hollow. What follows is a matter of documented, peer-reviewed public safety. You are encouraged to remain calm. Remaining calm is not optional. As of the current broadcast cycle, the OAS has confirmed 17 active instances of what we are designating Predictive Geographic Manifestations, or PGMs, across the Continental Road network. A PGM is not a glitch. A PGM is not a mapping error. A PGM is a location that should not exist, rendered with sufficient detail to fool both your navigation software and your own pattern recognition. These locations, hereafter referred to as hollow zones, are indistinguishable from real destinations at approach speeds above 40 miles per hour. They have parking lots. They have street lights. They have storefronts with hours of operation printed on the glass. They do not have anyone inside who was born. In the interest of public transparency, the OAS has authorized the release of case file NV Hollow 09 subject, Marcamos Hale, 34, traveling alone, heading west on Route 491 towards Shiprock, New Mexico. At approximately 11:40 p.m., Mr. Hale's GPS, a standard consumer device, no anomalous modifications, rerouted him without prompt. The new destination displayed as Cala NM. There is no town called Cala in New Mexico. There has never been a town called Cala in New Mexico. Marcus followed the route for 22 minutes. He live-streamed the drive. The footage has been reviewed, frame by frame, by 17 OAS analysts. At the 11-minute mark, Marcus says, and I want you to listen to his exact words. This place is. I feel like I've been here. I think my grandmother used to live here. Marcus Hale's grandmother was born in Seoul, South Korea. She never lived in New Mexico. At the 19-minute mark, Marcus parks outside the diner. He turns the camera. He's smiling. The footage ends at 11:43 p.m. Marcus Hale was located 4 days later, approximately 60 feet off the highway, in a drainage culvert. He had been. The clinical term the OS uses is repositioned. He had been folded, both legs inverted at the hip, his arms rotated fully backward, hands still gripping his steering wheel, which was no longer attached to any vehicle. His face, and this is the language directly from the autopsy report, his face had been smoothed, as though whatever expression he'd been wearing had been gently, thoroughly pressed flat. His phone was found in the diner. The diner was gone. The phone had 34 missed calls from his mother, all placed after she received a voicemail in Marcus's voice, telling her he'd arrived safely and that the town was just like he remembered. We apologize for the interruption. Unauthorized transmissions are a known symptom of localized temporal instability in broadcast-adjacent zones. Please disregard any information sourced outside this channel. For your safety, the OAS provides the following Amber Hollow survival protocol. 1. If your GPS announces a destination you do not recognize, do not say the name aloud. Hollow zones respond to spoken acknowledgement. Naming them is an invitation. 2. Stop the car. Step out. Place both hands flat on the hood and count backward from 30 in your head, not your lips. If you lose count before reaching 0, you are already within peripheral manifestation range. Begin again. 3. If you see a structure, any structure, with its lights on and no visible movement inside, do not approach. If the lights begin to flicker in a pattern that feels familiar, like a childhood memory of a porch light, do not approach. The recognition you are feeling is not yours. 4. If there is a person standing outside the structure and they do not turn when you honk, not because they can't hear you, but because they are waiting for you to get out of the car first, do not get out of the car. If you have already gotten out of the car, say the following phrase out loud once, clearly. I know the way I came in. This has a 61% documented efficacy rate. The OAS considers this acceptable. 6. If whatever is standing near the structure turns around, do not look at where the face should be. Look at the feet. Hollow zone entities are rendered from the ground up. The feet are always the most complete part. The face is always the least. 7. Leave 7 stones on the road behind you as you walk back to your vehicle. Any stones, any size. This is not symbolic. The hollow zone requires an exchange. 7 stones is the minimum threshold for a clean exit. 6 stones means it follows you home. It will not look like anything alarming. It will look like your neighborhood. It will look just like you remember it. Drive safely. Now where you are going before you leave. And if, when you arrive, it looks exactly like you always imagined it would, turn around. You have arrived.